Hello there, my name is Retro, the first time see my channel, use review cartoon series, anime series, so something computer random, and then we're going to talk about Season 1 of Metro Girl Freshman Squad. Now, a main question of this season is it any good? Because there's a lot of hype of being really bad, because the animation, some of the dialogue, some of the choices they made is basically a whole mess. And then I have to describe, yes, but the second question is, do I recommend it? Even that all bad, it's something that you have to watch yourself, because you easily to go into the hype and hate something then actually not watching the whole season yourself, because there is a huge difference. Because some shows people had a lot of hate, and when you watch it you just like, I mean, I can see why they hate it, but I don't feel the hate. I don't feel that same emotion than other people. That's what I meant. One of the big examples is the last reboot of the Ninja Turtles. I think that's a bad example. You watch the first episode, you see why people don't like it, but you watch the whole series, you just like, yeah, this actually is kind of good. Sounds surprising. But at the same time, Mecha Squad was one of those series that has a lot of misses. I'm not gonna lie. But it's something that has heart. I mean, it's something that you realize actually watching the first episode and the final episode that the two main characters are really good friends. Anything they say to each other or do, you felt it, because it has kind of moments that it feels their relationship is real. The jokes kind of trip a lot of here, because there are points you just, I don't want to think I want to see this. But at the very end, actually, I finally watched it, I was like, you know what? This was not wasting my time. I can usually rant about this video like many others, but when I rant, it's for a reason, because I felt I wasted my time. Watching this, I didn't feel wasting my time, but you be alert. You have to understand this had a lot of mess in it. One of the biggest mess of this is the comedy. The comedy is sort of making fun of HCWs, but just the first episode, because I feel this sort of quarter they have to listen to the hurry ups because making this show, because maybe they thought it's the direction, but at the very end they decided to drop that and make fun of different things, something that's very popular. I think one of the most popular things is make sort of like clickbait articles like why Home Alone is problematic, why Power Rangers is too violent for kids. Those kind of clickbaits you just despise, but they make fun of that, but the way is their point of view. The reason why they make clickbait videos is because they have no choice. They don't mean the company, the people who make this specific clickbait, because they need to pay the bills. That's the only job they can find. They will have no choice. They have to suffer, because at the very end, it's just the money. And that's what I mean. This show kind of opens different ways, seeing different things, because whoever wrote this kind of comedy knows around the circles they follow. The people who do clickbait, people do rage videos, people who do articles or comic books, who understand their clicks and why they do it, why people hate them, and try to at least divide both ways. But at the end, it's something I felt it was a little bit too late, because the first episode always is a first impression what people think of the show. Now they have the hate rate for the series. Whatever they do, whatever deepness and comedy they give out actually is gold. It's basically turned down automatically because they really have the rage. So you can see what I mean. The show has its things, has its moments. I think one of the interesting moments is at least the most creative one. It's basically depression. They made up sort of a fun kind of mushroom with different galaxy and just fall in your own skin, and it kind of develops sort of mushrooms, and those mushrooms are basically depression until you're not worth it, how to destroy things, like the very creative things in the show that kind of surprise you. But once more, it's the finale kind of like questions you, like, yeah, it is good, it is interesting, but you feel this show doesn't have the creativity enough yet, or maybe needed 10 more episodes or something like that. You feel you needed a better budget and more time with it, especially all the things they do with the girls. Now, Alex and Daisy are not the best SCW characters. I've seen better. I think one of the best examples is basically Britta from Community. She is basically a definition of an SCW, but done right. You care about her. You don't hate her, but she usually is right 100% of the time. But the reason why Britta is so good as a character is questioning her ideas, question who she is. And this is the main problem of these two characters. Very beginning, they never really pushes that far to they actually realize, wait, we can actually push their ideas and push who they are. I think one of the big examples is Daisy, the lesbian who is sort of lazy but tries to care to do things, but you realize why she's like this is because of her family religion. Religion. She has a cult. It's a family who love misery and doing nothing, a way to die. And you can actually click why Daisy act this way. It's just how she was raised. You just like, okay, that's a very unique way to present a character like this. Like, okay, I now it's sort of interesting, especially how Daisy tried to please her parents to, like, yeah, be proud of me. Even she can tell I'm a mature girl that can defend the world. But that's firstly a negative thing with her family, not because she's a superhero, it's because she's doing something positive. It's sort of ironic and funny and sad on the same time. It makes a lot of sense why she's like this. Now, the other one called Alex. Well, she's now more confident, more positive, but at the same time, she doesn't trust herself or confident. She's sort of a double-edged sword. Like, if she want to do something good, she had to do it with a company who is truly evil, do evil stuff. But at the very end, like, do I sacrifice my morals because I need to eat and pay my bills, and also not rely on my best friend who is completely incompetent? And you feel she's sort of broken up how she should tackle this, especially with her high morals, that what is the right thing to do. And that's why I meant this show surprises you. Even you think this would be bad, it throw you a left curve, you just like, whoa, okay, I'm tapped more interested, and I'm actually tapped more interested of this relationship and the characters. You also have Nat, the goddess who trying to save the world. She's there for a reason, not because saving the world. Well, besides that she also ran away. It's some of the mistakes she did. Her teen face, that she's supposed to be perfect, but not really. She's also sort of a mess who trying to be good, but she's kind of fall into this hole because of these two idiots who she chose to be her warriors. And you see this sort of comedy kind of clicking in a way that still they have something here, they really do, and just the execution just drags. And I think that's the main problem. But very end, I felt great watching this series. Of course, I kind of disagree what they did at the very end, the final episode, but it's something nitpicks because this whole season is a bunch of nitpicks. It really has a ton of them. But at the very end, the question is, does it bother you or not? You could pass the first episode. This one is something that you have to rely on yourself, not as a critic, as me or the hype machine who hate this show. Do not listen to me or anyone else. Just make your decision watching this show. Be fair, it has a lot of flaws, especially the animation. But once more, if you was the original fan of Magic Girl Magic Squad, because the original was a very low budget, limited to 5 minutes per episode, only lasting 8 episodes, one season. This is actually 6 episodes and 10 minutes long, so that's to sacrifice 2 episodes to make the show. But you can see they made a lot of sacrifices. But at the very end, it's worth watching. I cannot tell you. I can't tell you. Give it a try and go all in, because the first episode doesn't really tell you what is the show. That's all I can say. If you've seen the show, do you hate it? Do you love it? Comment down below. I got really nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.